You're listening to this podcast, so I know you've got a curious mind. Here's a helpful fact you may not know yet. Drivers who switch and save with Progressive save over $900 on average. Pop over to Progressive.com, answer some questions, and you'll get a quick quote with discounts that are easy to come by. In fact, 99% of their auto customers earn at least one discount. Visit Progressive.com and see if you can enjoy a little cash back. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings of $946 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2024 and May 2025. Potential savings will vary.
Yay Networks.
You're listening to the Chatty Daddies podcast.
Welcome to the Chatty Daddies.
Hi.
Hello.
How you doing?
Still got 3 of us. Nobody got fired yet.
Thought we were doing a mic check.
If we do...
How would we... If somebody got fired from this podcast, is it like a Survivor?
A tribunal, we would vote someone out?
We vote somebody out, like
Sure.
Big Brother or something?
Yeah. You want to... Okay, let's vote. Let's vote somebody out right now.
No, well, you don't want to vote somebody out.
Come on, yeah.
We have to vote on...
for Trey.
Oh, yeah.
You vote for me.
I vote Trey, too.
There you go. Simple enough. I'm out.
I'm going to vote JC. JC's the name. I'm not going to vote me out.
Sure.
So you and I, the only smart thing to do is vote the other one out.
Right. And JC made his pick. There you go.
Well,
Simple
it's 'cause
enough.
you brought it up.
Right, and that's fine.
You know?
Trey, since you lost, you have to do our commercial all by yourself today.
Oh, perfect. That's great.
All right, Trey.
That'll be in 10 minutes.
And now, of course, I'm not coming back for the next podcast, so I'm probably just going to make it where the sponsor hates the commercial.
Like they say on Big Brother, expect the unexpected, so you might be brought back into the house.
Oh, yeah.
You know, into the podcast. So maybe that'll happen. I was going to vote for should we vote? Let's go around the room and say, do we want to vote somebody off? And then if we say yes, then we would have gotten to it. But you want it to get dirty right away.
Right. Can you bring me down just a little bit? I feel like I'm peaking.
I thought I brought you down already. We voted you off. There you go.
Can I tease a little bit?
Sure. What's going on?
So what I'm gonna tell you is, we found it.
Okay.
See, now, as a listener, what did they find?
I'll tell you.
That's what I'm thinking.
Does we mean the 3 of those guys, the 3 of them, or does it mean Blair, Nick's wife, and Nick found something? The kids?
I'm going to tell you that after Trey reads our commercial break later.
Okay.
Ooh.
So after you hear
JC,
who our sponsor is.
Tease us.
Okay.
What are you going to tell us today?
That's pretty. I don't know if it's better than we found it. I messed up, maybe.
Okay.
I messed up, maybe. I might have had the wrong conversation at the wrong time.
And Trey, tease us with a little something.
Oh, let's go with Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself.
That's not what we're going to talk about.
No? All right, well.
Because we all know he did not kill himself.
Hey, I went on my first play date ever.
Oh, you did?
And so my cousin has a child that's 2 years old. He's a little boy named Harrison.
So it wasn't a play date between you and your cousin?
Correct. No, it wasn't. It was Quade went on a play date, and I was also there. So I assume that means I was also on the play date.
Chatty Daddies. We're doing a podcast about parenting.
Correct.
Got it.
So the whole thing was a wild success. It was great.
That's good.
Gonna hang out a whole lot more.
Had the cousins met before?
Nope.
Okay.
They hadn't. And this is a cousin that I worked with back when I was in high school and in college, and he a real good guy. Love hanging out with him and his wife.
This is great because I too had most of my play dates when I was little were with a cousin.
Yeah.
And they're different than when you have a play date with somebody that's not family to you,
right?
Or, a friend, because you can treat them way differently. You can now tell Quade, if your cousin who is older tries to freaking be alpha on you, you whoop his little butt.
Sure.
And then that's fine because it's family whoopings, and family whoopings are allowed from what I've been told.
Here's the trouble is the cousin of his, Quade's in the 25th percentile. He's on the smaller side of things, but Harrison, his cousin, his second cousin, is in the 99th plus percentile.
Quade, I take it back. Do not.
He is bigger than the 3-year-old that he went to the birthday party the weekend before. Bigger than the 3-year-old, and he's only 2. So he's a big boy.
Yeah.
And can take Quade easily.
Did he try and sit on Quade at all?
No, they shared, they did everything great. I felt like I was being a really good parent because they interacted great together. What I didn't know was I supposed to bring toys? Do I bring toys?
It was at their house?
Well, we were going to a park. Oh. So do I bring, what all toys do I bring? Are we sharing, what? I didn't know what to bring to a play date. Do we bring food?
Snacks. Yeah, you bring snacks.
I mean, for Quade, of course, but I mean, is this supposed to be like a charcuterie board situation?
No.
I don't think so.
A snack for him, and then maybe a couple of his favorite toys. I just spit on myself. Bring a couple of
his mouth was watering.
I was doing like
thinking
a
about
I was doing like a burp and I was trying to hold it. Yeah, you bring a couple of his favorite toys just in case they're not playing very well, and you just want to sit them down and get them to calm down.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's what we used to bring.
I brought Quade's favorite toy, a
Good.
bubble gun.
Nice.
Loves it. Always
Fun.
cheers him up no matter what.
Does he understand how it works well, or does he just throw bubble liquid everywhere?
No, well, I mean, I shoot the gun and he runs after the bubbles.
Dude, my kids can't play with bubbles to save their life. Like, they pick up the whatever, and
The
they don't
wand.
know what they're doing, and everything spills everywhere.
Of course, they have these cool new contraptions, and I don't know who made it, but they have like no spill bubble containers where you can just stick the wand in, and I can throw it, I can spin it. It's engineering brilliance.
Wow.
But so I got a birthday present for Quade. I didn't get it. They gave a birthday present to Quade because his birthday was just a few weeks back, and Harrison's birthday was also like right around the same time. I didn't bring a birthday gift. So Harrison loved the bubble gun. Oh, you guys just keep the bubble gun. That'll be the easy thing. Well, it's a pack of 2. It'll be fine. It really is a pack of 2. So usually Quade will run around with one, not shooting it, and I'll blow bubbles. Anyway, so I felt like a jerk for not bringing a present.
You're fine.
Yeah.
He ain't going to remember that.
I think my son, and he has a cousin that's a year older than him, Ben. Ben is the alpha, like you guys were talking about.
Yeah.
My son, he's just got the younger sister. I don't know. He's pretty...
He's chill.
He's not chill, but I mean, he's not super aggressive. Or he doesn't hit. He gets angry and stuff, but like his cousin Ben is all boy, like 100% boy, like runs everywhere, doesn't walk.
Yep.
Just really rough. And Ben has a younger brother, so he's got that brother dynamic. And so whenever he is around my son, they always fight. Like within 5 minutes of them being there, someone's crying.
Sure.
And it's just like this past weekend, they came over. We got the bounce house out. Really fun. 2 minutes on the bounce house.
You guys have a bounce
It's
house?
like a small one. It's not a big one.
That is some Richie Rich
They
shit.
had
Wow.
some. They
You guys
had
got a roller
sale.
coaster too?
No,
Oh.
they had a sale on them on Amazon, and then the pandemic, and we bought it when they had a sale. Pandemic hit. Everyone was trying to buy the bounce houses, but they were all sold out because of the sale they had just had.
Right.
So we had a bounce house.
Perfect.
We had
Anyway,
a ball pit. That was
we
pretty
have
cool.
we had a little thing. My son's mouth is bleeding within 2 minutes because his cousin had hit him over something. It's just like, so my son's definitely the beta in that
And they're cousins.
relationship.
You
And
got
they're
to tell
cousins.
him to stand up for himself.
And it's just like instantly they fight. It's like, I don't know what to do. None of us, the parents, know what to do.
I remember my first time punching a kid was my cousin. And it was because we're about the same age, but he would just get on my nerves. And I was like Davis. I wasn't very aggressive. I was kind of a mama's boy. I didn't have a brother or anything like that. He had an older brother, so he was already well-versed in the art of fighting. And I remember just one day, I was probably like 5, just getting so mad at him. I didn't even know what fighting was. But I remember thinking, you know what sounds good? My fist on his face.
Your body just reacted.
It just reacted, and I hit him. I hit my cousin right in the face, right in the jaw.
Okay.
And he looked at me, and his eyes welled up with tears, and I was getting ready to we're going to fight.
Yeah.
And he just started screaming, crying. And he never, ever got physical with me again.
Wow.
Except for the times his brother would make us box in front of his friends and they would bet on us.
Sure.
But aside from that, when we, us wanting to, that didn't happen. And it actually shut everything down. It was like, cool.
Hey.
We good. This is what happens if you treat people bad.
Right.
You know?
It's good.
I do have 2 messages from some of our wonderful listeners.
Yeah.
So you can always hit us up. The ways to contact us are in the description of this podcast. Justin wrote us and said, hey, my name's Justin. I live in Madisonville, Louisiana, and my wife, Brittany, my son, Miles, who's 6, daughter, Sloan, who's 3. I travel a lot for
Good
work.
names.
Yeah, really strong names.
I like them.
Miles and Sloan. I travel a lot for work and listen to every episode in the car. I just want to thank you guys for the great advice and content. It helped me become a better father and husband. Keep
Really?
up the good work. Have a great day.
I got to ask, how bad of a father and husband was he that we're helping him?
Well, sometimes it's do the opposite of what we did, right? Because
good point.
we do
Good
share
point.
quite a bit of our mistakes.
Sure, you can hear 3 guys talk about something and be like, that is not what to do.
And that's fine. And sometimes maybe we do the right thing and we say the right thing, and that's
Right.
fine too.
Okay, we got another one.
Yeah.
Emily, she wrote us and she said, at what age, maybe a warning if you are like Justin and you listen to this in the car with your kids, we're going to talk about Tooth Fairy. We don't want all the secrets out right now.
Like how they get in the house. Unbelievable. How they get in the house.
Get in and
Crazy.
everything
Magic.
like that. Okay.
Wink, wink.
Emily said, my son's 5, almost 6. He lost 2 teeth in 2 weeks. My husband thinks it's about time to stop getting visits from the tooth fairy.
How old is he?
About to be 6.
6, okay.
What about the other big ones? Like around
The other
Christmas
guys.
time,
Yeah.
around Easter. At what age does the magic stop?
I'm at, my son is going to be 10 this Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
He is 9. My daughter's 8. I struggle with this as well.
Are they full on board with all of that?
Yep.
Still?
They are.
That's good.
And if they've been told otherwise at school, because this is what ruins it for kids. It's freaking school, man. It's school. It's other kids who have parents who don't want to deal with it. And they told them at 4. And they go to school and they tell all the kids and it ruins it. And I've had a couple of those where Cason was like, hey, man, so-and-so said this. And I was like, listen, this is what I tell my kids. As long as you believe, and this is the moral of Buddy the Elf, right? As long as you believe, they come.
It's real.
The moment you stop believing, that power goes away. So I said, what do you think? And he says, I want to believe. And I said, cool.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm at. And my parents never told me. You just
kind of figured it out.
I just went with it. And to this day, I'm in my 30s. My parents have never had the conversation with me. I just kept it going because I figured if I say something, this all stops.
Yeah, it's like 1 or 2 less presents that I'm opening.
True.
Yeah.
On Christmas. I was probably 4th or 5th grade
Yeah.
when I was like, oh, so that's probably around Cason's age. When I was like, wait a second. That's when it probably started clicking. So
Now, they've asked me all that, and I just go, that's how I answer. So I haven't. Probably I should tell them the truth because they came with me with an actual question that has an actual answer to it. But I don't know. I don't want to take that away from them. I think that's something that makes them grow up a little bit faster than I want to right now.
yeah,
I want to keep them little.
Keep them little if they still believe
Right.
the fun
Yeah.
stuff.
I'm the anti-lie guy. I'm like,
Right.
just tell them the truth.
Right.
Come on, just tell. But I think there are a few things that let them have the magic, let them have the fun, let them be kids.
Because am I lying if I'm saying if you believe they will come? No. As
mean-
long as you believe they will come, and I'm not lying to you.
100% you're lying.
Yeah, it's still a
that's
lie.
100%
It's
a
a
lie.
I'm not trying to. I just want them to be kids,
I-
man.
But
Totally.
that's acceptable. That's an acceptable lie.
I totally understand, and like I'm not mad at the parents that don't do that. I get it.
Yeah, totally.
Just if you are, and you are going to be super open and honest
Yeah.
because you don't want to lie to your kid, then you need to tell your kid ahead of time. Don't spoil it for another
Right.
kid. Like, even if you're mad at another kid or whatever, like don't yell it out in class.
Right.
Like there is a way to still not go down that path, but still be respectful.
I was going into Avengers Endgame, and people were yelling out spoilers like punk teenagers. I was like, you were the one that ruined it for everybody as a kid. You were the one that was going and telling everybody
I hope they step on a nail, those people.
Yeah.
I don't want like really bad things to happen to them, but I want annoying things to happen.
They have to go and get a tetanus shot.
Yeah, like I want you to get 3 root canals in 1 week, like that type of stuff.
I want you to get in your car and you go to put your seatbelt on, but it keeps getting like caught, so you have to do your seatbelt a few different times before it cinches back on you. That's what
And I want the little beeping thing in your car that says you're not wearing the seatbelt to keep ringing even after you put it on.
I want you to not be able to find that little X, like whenever an ad pops up on your, and you're like, wait,
thank you.
where's the X? I can't find it. It's all
it's on the left
camouflaged in.
side.
Oh, they moved it.
I want you to have that nose hair that is poking out just enough that it makes you feel like you got something showing out of your nose hole.
I'd like them to wake up with a dry mouth.
Big time.
There's not a glass of water sitting next to the bed.
It's pretty good.
And I want them to develop halitosis. Nobody wants to be around
I
them.
want like a big occasion, like an anniversary, a birthday to come up, and I want that guy to grow up and not know how to find the best gift for their significant other from Anna Luisa.
Yeah.
We're okay. Well, we're going into Anna Louisa. I had another one.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah,
Go
you
ahead.
go. And then
I want them to have basketball shorts on and lose their drawstring
string?
back
And you
into,
can never get
and
it
then you're
out.
trying to like bunch it back up so you can get it back out.
One last one before we. I want all their white T-shirts to develop that yellow stain underneath their armpits,
man.
so they feel self-conscious when they want to raise their hand.
Boy, I have got to get rid of my yellow under.
That's why
It is not a
it's
good
not good, man.
spot right now.
Now Anna Luisa is about to get a real treat. Since I was voted out, I suppose I do have to do this by my onesies.
And you know what? It's not really a punishment because it's awesome to talk about Ana Luisa.
You're right. Now, Ana Luisa was looking to bring the world some sustainable jewelry.
Uh-huh.
All right? They're caring about people. They want to make sure that they have high quality goods for people that are looking to buy jewelry.
Get accent pieces.
They were looking to bring clarity to the jewelry industry, and they designed pieces with a more beautiful story from beginning to end, starting with recycled materials whenever possible, transparent business practices always, and small batches that are kind to the earth. Now, these limited batches, they ensure the highest production standards while eliminating excessive wastes. Now, carbon neutral, they offset 100% of their carbon emission. 100%.
Impressive.
Not 99%. All the way to 100. Starting with the sourcing of their raw materials to make them carbon neutral. And they are great jewelry. The jewelry starts at $39.
Whoa.
That is a fair price if I've ever heard one. There are new jewelry collections every single Friday, and you can join us in our love for Ana Luisa by going to shop.analuisa.com/chatty. Go treat yourself. Go treat your loved ones and use our code chatty to get 10% off. I absolutely recommend them. Nick absolutely recommends them. JC absolutely recommends them. They are a great brand making beautiful, sustainable jewelry. Go to shop.analuisa.com/chatty and use the code chatty.
Wow.
It's really good.
That's passion.
The dramatic effects was good.
So my kids love going to the public library. We really enjoy it. It's a great way to kill an hour on a Saturday afternoon.
It sounds like you're living in the 50s.
Oh, absolutely. Well, and guess what? Nobody's there. So our kids, they can run around, be a little loud. I don't feel too bad. Our library has a bunch of just like toys out, like Legos and blocks that you can just go play with. They have some computers they can go do some random things on. They rent DVDs there for free, which is really nice. And we do have a DVD player.
So is it renting or borrowing at that point?
Just kind of borrowing, I guess.
Borrowing CDs. Yeah.
And they also have a bunch of STEM kits, so science things where they can get these little blocks. They can build little robots.
That's great. Like that's a real useful tip. Like we don't give a whole lot of useful stuff. Like a lot of our stuff is joke. That's a great tip.
Go
like
to the
they have
library.
STEM kits.
Yeah,
that's cool.
It's really cool. And they have them for all different ages and stuff. And when my kids get them, they really don't do what they're designed to do. They just kind of take whatever car is in the box and play with their whatever little trinkets and figures are. So we got this game. It had something to do with the dog. I don't know what it was, this kit. And when it was time to return it, couldn't find this tiny little dog anywhere.
Oh, no.
Couldn't find it. And the dog is 2 inches tall. We look everywhere. Tear the house apart. Couldn't find it. And so we were like, let's just return it and see what happens. And of course, they hit us back and like, hey, we can't find it. Unless you can bring it back, we'll have to charge you for it.
Sure.
Oh, no.
And so we ended up, they were going to charge us like $50 for this kit.
For a 2-inch dog?
We found it on Amazon, like the game itself, and it was like $20. And so we just bought it and gave them, we just returned it, and we just put, the little character had the initials of the library. We just wrote that on the bottom of it. And we turned it in.
Clever.
And they accepted it was fine. 3 weeks later, we find the dog.
Where was it?
Hey,
it was just like amongst their toys, like amongst their Lego set or something, like in some random thing in one of their rooms.
So now you got a new game, though.
We found it, and we returned it back to Amazon. So hopefully Amazon will accept the little dog figure that has the initials of the public library.
I'm sure they will.
And
that's
we'll
great.
see. But we found it, guys. We found it.
That's pretty funny.
It's like Andy from Toy Story. It's like, oh, what's this Andy on the boot?
It's exactly the same thing. 100%.
Wow.
All right. Do we want to end? I want to end with Nick's story. So let's start with how JC told Cason something wrong at the wrong time.
So I've had two wrong instances, or I feel where I don't know if I did it right. Cason had his first fight. This happened after we recorded our last podcast. He had his first fight. It was with a 13-year-old boy. I was conflicted in how do I treat this? Because
well, hold on before you finish. JC came in the morning after this happened at the Kid Credit Morning Show where
I
we
was
all worked,
wrecked, man.
and he was telling a few of us like what was going on. Every guy he told before JC said anything further after Cason got his first fight, every guy said, "Did he win?"
And I thought it in my head.
Every single guy.
Isn't that weird how we are as guys?
Did he win?
But,
And so one of the girls was like, "Nick, why would you ask that?" It's like, well, he didn't come in and say Cason's in the hospital with a
black
broken
eye
nose.
or something,
Like
yeah.
we know Cason's probably okay. So
Did he win? So there was no chance for anyone to win because we were at a football game, middle school football game, and we decided to leave in the fourth quarter, right, real quick. And I'm walking down, and I see my boy throwing his first kick ever. Not a good kick either. Okay, I'm gonna be. I told him this. I was like, listen, if you're ever gonna be in that situation, don't throw kicks. They're gonna grab your foot. They're gonna pull you up. You're gonna hit your head on the ground. Like, don't do that. And then after he misses his kick, and the kid looks down, like what the hell was that? Cason throws a punch, like a full-on punch. And the kid luckily leaned back a little bit. It hit him in the chest. And that's when I ran up and I grabbed my son. And I was like, whoa, what is happening? Because at first I thought they were just playing around. Cason then, I've never seen him this angry, starts screaming. This kid's a bully. He tried to steal my money when I was getting my change from my hot cocoa that I bought. He took my buddy's hat, his little buddy, who's way smaller than Cason. He took his hat. He was calling you gay. And I was like, calling me gay? I was like, what? Whoa, now I'm involved in here. I was like, I'm like, okay. And
so you threw a punch?
Yeah, and then so I picked the kid up, threw him up on top of the ceiling. No. So I was like, okay, it's all good. And the kid's just standing there looking at me. And he goes, are you his dad? And I was like, yeah, I'm his dad. And he goes, and he was also saying bad things about mommy. And I was like, whoa. I was like, first of all, dude, I am his dad, so you're calling me names. That's my wife right there. That's who you're talking about when you're saying bad jokes. And third of all, why are you guys fighting? And I noticed something about the kid where I finally go, wait, hold on. How old are you? And the kid goes, 13.
Was it the hair on his lip that gave it away?
It was something, he just looked older in the face than my son did, but he was a little bit shorter than my son. And so I go, this kid is only 9, right? Like he is only in 4th grade. And he goes, pale white almost, and goes, he is?
Your son's tall.
He is really tall.
He is a tall kid.
He is really tall. And I go, listen, man, you picked a fight with a 4th grader. What if something went wrong and he connected and maybe possibly knocked you out in front of your boys? Now you got to go to middle school saying you got beat up by a 4th grader.
Right.
Like there's things that could go wrong. Or you run into the wrong guy, man. What if this guy's trained in the fighting world? Like don't be an idiot and don't be fighting random kids. And he goes, oh, well, I was just like, and I was like, you know what, man? I'm going to leave before I say something stupid. And then I went and told Cason, I'm going to wait till tomorrow to ground you or tell you what I'm going to do.
A little too heated at the moment.
A little too heated. The kid's dad hit me up that he protected and said, hey, thank you for Cason. Thank you to Cason for stepping up and all this. And so I ended up telling Cason, look, I'm not going to ground you. I'm not going to ground you because you were doing what you thought was right. You were trying to protect yourself in that instance. In the future, come and get me. And B, I don't want you to let words make you so angry where you lose your composure. Mm-hmm. I said, who cares if he called me gay? Am I? I'm not. I'm married to your mom. Maybe some people are going to call me gay from here to there. Don't fight over it. If they say something about your mom, it's not true. If they say something about your looks or anything, it's not true. Don't let words dictate how you respond to other people, and don't respond with violence. I said, you can protect yourself, and that's it, if they come at you in a physical way. But words are not a good reason to fight. I left it at that. Mostly after I talked to you guys the day after.
That's the last thing that I had heard was what you just said.
Because you guys told me, it's good that he's standing up for himself. And my son, like you mentioned with Davis, Nick, he's not a violent guy.
He's not the one that's going to be starting it.
He's not. He's not that guy. And I tell him all the time, you're not that guy, my dude. You're not a fighter. You're a lover.
How did he take that talking to?
He took it pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah. And dude, I got on him that night. The night before, I yelled at him. I said, that is not cool. Mm-hmm. I have a different job where people recognize me.
Yeah, it's a little different.
And they recognize my kids because of Instagram. And I was like, look, they don't see what happened before that. All they see is you throwing a punch. And you are bigger than that kid. They don't know that he's 13 and you're only 9. Mm-hmm. And what if they think you're the aggressor? And then it's like all these optics, man. You got to always think. And even if we weren't in the realm that we're at, you just don't want to be that guy. You want to be viewed as a good person all the time. And he took that very well. Well, this week, I had to deal with a different situation because I play Fortnite, and there's this dude that I made friends with 4 guys that I play on the regular. Trey, you've been a gamer in the past. Nick,
sure.
You're not really a gamer, but you meet these people, and you play online, and they become your boys. Like, it's your squad,
I get
man. You can go online and see videos of people meeting each other after not knowing each other in person, but playing for years.
I've seen videos online of like someone being a groomsman in a guy's wedding, and
Because
they're like,
of that.
we
Wow.
haven't met until the wedding.
I'm telling you, you become really good friends with these people. And one of these guys was, when I first started playing Fortnite, he was my second partner that was an adult. You know, the guy that I played with after work, because he had a similar schedule. He lived on the West Coast. He was waking up, and before he'd go work at his restaurant, we would play for about an hour and talk about life. And he told me what he had struggled with. He struggled with substance abuse, and how he was clean now, and he was so proud of himself. And I was, I wanted to be a cheerleader for him. So we became really good friends. We talked about our ups, our downs. If I was feeling, it was almost like therapy. This dude became someone I talked to every day. And we had our friendship going for 3 years. I saw him get engaged recently, basically adopted 2 kids from his fiance. He was turning into a dad. It was really cool to hear him, on the headphones, like, hey, don't do that. Okay, I got to go take them to school.
Sure.
He was becoming an adult, man, like a man. And he was a champion, and he had overcome his obstacles. And unfortunately, he passed away. And his fiance reached out to me, and she said, hey, Nick talked about you and said what a great friend you were, that you were there for him when he had nobody, because he had lost friends to drugs. And I just want to let you know that he passed away.
Was it an accident? Was it something he knew was coming?
He what happens with addiction is a lot of people fall back in.
Sure.
Yeah. And even though he was clean for 4 years or 3.5 years, things
up.
were going in his life that I don't know. Something pulled him back in, and whatever jerk ass person that was that offered it to him or whatever, they know these people struggled with that. He fell for it, and unfortunately, it cost his life.
Yeah.
This guy also played with me and Cason every weekend, every Saturday and every Sunday morning. We squad up, and he's one of our squad members. So Cason was really close to him as well. And I cried that Friday night. I felt a deep loss.
Absolutely.
As somebody that I'm never going to get to hear again. I was invited to his wedding, like all this stuff that went down. And I told Kinsey, I was like, do I tell Cason, or do I just let it be somebody that just disappears? And sure enough, the next morning, we had a football game that day, and we got on, and he wasn't on.
Yeah.
And Cason asked me after we got done playing. He said, hey, where was Toxic? That's his screen name. He goes, where was Toxic? How come he didn't play today? And I said, in my head, I thought, do I tell him now? He has a football game. Do I wait till later? Is he going to get mad at me for waiting because he just asked me where he's at? So I decided to go with the truth. And I sat him down on the couch, and I remember he was putting on his football pants. And I was like, listen, buddy, Toxic unfortunately passed away. And when you're told when somebody dies, somebody you're close to, somebody you've been interacting with for a long time, it almost doesn't make sense. I remember these.
It almost doesn't feel real.
It doesn't feel real.
Well,
We've had that happen here at work. When we lost Kid Craddock. It just doesn't feel real. It feels like the words don't make sense and the definition is off.
I think it would be especially hard in your situation. It's a voice you've heard.
Yeah.
Cason's never met him face to face. It's kind
Just
of a voice
FaceTime.
he hears
Yeah, we FaceTime.
once a week or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay.
Yeah.
What is that? What is that? It's not tangible right now.
And so this guy that he's been playing with for 3 years is now gone. And I saw him trying to process in his head, and he had just finished putting his football pants on, and it hit him. And he just leaned back, and he took a deep breath, and I saw tears well up, and I saw him come down. And I thought to myself, crap, I did the wrong time. Because now I got to take him to a football game, or maybe he doesn't want to play. And I said, are you okay? And he goes, he's just gone? And I said, yeah, he's just gone. This is why you always got to enjoy the moments you have with people, because you never know when it's going to be the last one. Lucky for us, our last time with him was last weekend, and we had a good time. Mm-hmm. And I think our last game, we always end on a win. So you end on a win, and that's our last memory with him. And he goes, so why? Why did he have to go? Mm-hmm. And I told him, that's just how the world is, buddy. Sometimes things happen, and people that we're close to are going to leave us. And I know this is your first time losing an actual human that wasn't old, because he's lost a great grandma prior to this. And I said, I know this is a first time losing a friend. And he goes, well, I don't know how to handle this. And I said, listen, if you feel too sad to go to your football game, I understand, and I'll call coach. And he goes, no, I want to go, and I want to play for Nick.
No.
I said, are you sure? He said, yeah. I said, because I feel like I gave you the wrong news at the wrong time, and I don't want you to go out there struggling mentally. And he goes, no, I want to play for Nick. And Cason, we played the game, and Cason, we went into overtime. And at the end of the second overtime, they get the ball first. You get to try to score, and then you get a chance to score, right? So they had the first chance, the second overtime. Cason forced a fumble.
Nice.
That got us the ball back. Then we got the ball, and we scored, and we won the game. And he came off the field, and we're standing at the bench, and I go, dude, we won. We're all excited. And he looks at me, and I see tears. And I go, what's going on? And I wasn't thinking about that. And he goes, I'm so happy I won the game for Nick. I'm so happy. And even his teammates were standing around like, what's going on? And I hugged them. And they looked at me, and I said, we lost a friend. And I just told them about it this morning. And they all came up and hugged him.
That's very nice.
Which was a really cool moment, man. But I don't know when the right time is to tell a kid or how to handle it. It was my first time doing it. I don't know if I should have waited till after the game.
I think you were fine. I mean, it's life. Did you tell Cason how he passed away? Did that come up?
He asked me later, and I don't want to hide things from him. And I told him, listen, some people struggle. Cason's really into what happened to Juice WRLD.
Okay.
Right? So
I don't know all the details of what happened to Juice WRLD.
Juice WRLD was a rapper who passed away last year, who was just on the cusp of just breaking superstardom. Big. He was huge with the kids, but he was about to be humongous worldwide known. He got caught on the pilots on his private plane called in and said that these guys had drugs or something on it. And when they landed, they were going to be checked. And he decided to basically swallow a lot of the evidence, and he didn't survive it. And so Cason's fully aware that Juice WRLD died because of an overdose. And so he's aware of that. And he's really anti-drugs. He hates drugs because of that. Took his favorite artist. And I was able to tell him, I was like, look, it's not that they're bad people. Drug addicts aren't bad people. They're just people that have a sickness, and you become dependent on certain things. And this is why drugs are bad. It doesn't mean you're a bad person. It means you are just hooked by something that you can't control. And sometimes that costs you your life. Now, while he's in a better place now, I want you to see the pain that this creates and the void that it leaves behind so that you never fall into this.
Yeah.
I was like, this is why I hated drugs. I saw it as a kid too early on, and it's not worth it. And he said, yeah, I'm not mad at Nick. I'm mad at the person that didn't help him, because there's always those guys that want to make a quick buck, and they see somebody that's in a tough situation, and they want to take advantage of it. So I did tell him what happened, and he was really open with us about it as well. You know, he told us about his struggles and was really vocal with Cason and told him, hey man, don't ever do drugs. Stay away from them, they're bad. He never said like what he struggled with Cason with, but he was really vocal with Cason and let him know not to do that. Yeah,
I mean, Cason's he's 10. He's going to start learning these things, and it's better that they come from you.
Yeah.
Did y'all guys? Do y'all have Red Ribbon Week going on this past week?
Yeah, which is it's almost. It's weird that it landed on that week.
Yeah.
I'm not aware of what
drug awareness.
Drug awareness.
Yeah. It's so like every day you wear, like on Monday it was Wear Red Day, and Tuesday it was Sock Day, and they go into like why drugs are bad.
Gotcha.
And so Red Ribbon Week is about drug abuse awareness.
Yeah.
And my 1-year-old has no idea what's going on, but we're participating in it, and I just thought, that's an interesting timing for this story to come out. It's right here at the end of Red Ribbon Week. That's a hard one.
Red Ribbon.
And you do feel guilty afterwards, because I'm like, man, I could have asked how he was doing a little more. I had literally talked to him that like 2 days before he passed. And he did seem different. Honestly, he did. And I didn't ask, is everything okay?
Yeah, you can live in hindsight, but that's not on you.
It's not on me, but I know that. But if you are listening and you have someone in your life that has had those struggles, and maybe you do notice something, maybe this could be a nice little wake up, and check up on your friends, man. Check up on your friends. Or if you're dealing with that and you're feeling like you're being pulled that way, don't go with it. There's help out there.
And it's super awkward to be the person that brings it up. Oh, yeah. And it's super awkward to be the person that it's just know that the person coming to you, if you have the problem, the person coming to you know it's awkward too. They're trying to do something out of love.
Yeah, it's coming with love. So yeah, we lost a friend, and that was his first time dealing with it, and he actually, I feel like he handled it as well as a 9-year-old could, in my opinion.
Yeah, the idea of death is very strange for a kid. Like right now, my kids, it's kind of an abstract thing. They don't really know death. And like my son will say things very matter of fact. He doesn't really know what his words how they can weigh or how much weight they have. Like we'll talk about maybe my grandparents or my wife's grandparents and like, well, they're not with us. And, oh, they died? They're dead. That's what my son was. Oh, they're dead.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, they passed away. They were sick or something like that. And so it's just very matter of fact, oh, they died. And so I'm wondering when that switch will happen. I mean, it may take losing someone close.
Or a pet, man.
Or a pet. That's the thing. Like, I have a 9-year-old golden retriever. Like, we may get another 3-4 years out of her, and then that may be about it. So, like, when we got that dog, we were like, this might be our children's first experience with death.
And it's a hard one.
Yeah.
Just because it's a pet doesn't mean it hits any less harder than it being a human.
First best friend.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And, my grandfather, my dad's dad passed away, and I was told about it the morning before a football game. I played like Little League football.
Yeah.
I wasn't a good player. I don't think I won the game for Grandpa that day, but I remember I was kind of down. I remember it did give me a little pep, a little more motivation to play that day.
Yeah.
And I remember like after the game, I think my mom had said something to like the coach's wife or something in the stands that my grandfather had died. And we were walking back to the car, and I remember my coach was like, you didn't have to play today. And I was like, yeah, but I wanted to or whatever. What am I going to do? Sit at home
and cry?
I'm gonna go hang out with my friends, have fun, be happy. And he's like, you didn't have to play today. But I was like, I wanted to.
Yeah, it helps you. It helps you take your mind off of things when you have something else to go do, and then you do go back home, and then it hits you a little bit harder later on. But yeah, that was our first experience, man, with a human, with the loss of life. We lost our pet last year, Dex, and that hit him hard. But this was our first human dude that we would FaceTime with, and he was called a friend. He called him a buddy.
We found it.
Can I
it's a
switch
hard
gears?
transition to get out of the sad
but
stuff.
Yes, let's go into this. We found what, Nick?
I have no idea. You want me to tell the story?
Are we just flip-flopping?
A hard switch. What do you mean?
Huh?
What?
I have no idea what we're doing. Are we just gonna...
We found it. Was your tease?
Yeah, but I already told it.
Oh.
We found it. What's the library story? We found it.
The dog.
Well, that's it for this episode of the Chatty Daddies.
When you said I want to end with Nick, I thought you were just gonna edit.
Yeah,
take that story, put it at the end, and then we'll insert JC's after the commercial.
Totally just spaced.
You didn't put two and two together that we found it.
Did you think that? What I was thinking?
100%.
We were just gonna kind of rearrange. Because mine was kind of funny. We'll end on the funny, not the sort of downer.
No, I was like, boy, this podcast is going well. There's like almost no edits. This is perfect. Here we go.
I want to end on Nick. JC, do your story. Okay. I mean, that's cool. I was ready to
because you knew mine was a little more of a.
What I was ready to do is have JC finish his story. We were gonna set up mine. You were gonna insert, and then what we would do is like end by just doing like, "Hey, thanks for listening today," and wrapping it up.
That would have been good.
Hey, do you want to do the wrap up? The whole wrap up, subscribe, thanks for joining us, see you next week thing?
It's in the description below. I think we're good here.
The Chatty Daddies Podcast.